Hello beautiful people, welcome to the channel. Reverend Debbie here, hope you're doing well. Today's video, reasons men abuse women. This is part one of a new series. It's a huge topic, a huge subject, and just trigger warning beforehand because there are some issues here that I discuss that are and can be very triggering to some people. So if you have recently left a relationship with an abusive partner, or you managed to get away, or they left you, you may want to come back to this at some time in the future once you've started healing your own trauma and wounds. Now, this is based on a study that was done by Chuck Derry, who was a facilitated, court-mandated psychologist who mandated groups for men who batter. So he was trying to obviously find out why they did this and what it was, and but he was having difficulty. So what he decided to do instead was ask the men what the benefits were of them battering their wives or partners. And the reasons are quite astounding. Now, I want to put a caveat in here as well. It's not all men. We know that these men were the ones that were convicted. Okay, these were the ones that were convicted of their crimes. So these are not the ones that never get convicted. As I say, too many to cover in one video. I'd be here for hours. So I've just chosen a few here today, and then I will go through the rest in future videos. So reason number one, she's scared and won't go out and spend money. Yes, she is scared because you've beaten her. Of course she's scared. She's not going to go out and spend money now. She's terrified that you're going to do the same thing. So it gives the man the control over the woman. He controls the purse strings, and it gives him the authority and the strength to carry on doing what he's doing, and forcing her to be scared of spending money. And it makes her small. It minimizes her. It takes away her power. And a lot of this is about power, but it also illustrates how she is becoming a victim now by enforcing this trauma bond, which is negatively reinforced constantly through these kind of relationship dynamics where the man will physically abuse the woman, and then she is now, okay, I won't do that again, but then he physically abuses her over something else, and that trauma builds up, and then he says, I'm sorry, I won't do that again, but 2 weeks later he does the same thing, and so on and so on and so on. So it builds this trauma in this woman. So it's no longer post-traumatic stress disorder, it is now complex post-traumatic stress disorder, because there are so many things in there that have brought her to this place. You get your way and get to go out. Now, think of toddler mentality here. I had an instance where my ex wanted to go to a farewell, and it was his leaving do. And I said, he wanted me to take him so he could have a drink. I'm like, yeah, sure. So who else is going? Not in any, I just wanted to find out who else was going. Oh, 2 girls. So-and-so and so-and-so. Oh, so why aren't any men going? I don't know. And you want me to take you to this pub which has a hotel above it and then pick you up later on, and you're with 2 girls who are incredibly good looking and much younger than me? No. Stomp, stomp, stomp upstairs, throw things, break things, that is the way a man will try to negotiate his own will, by abusing the woman, whether it's physically or verbally. But he wants his own way. He wants to go out, and you need to stay indoors. Doesn't want to go out with you, wants to go out with the boys. Respect. They believe that they will gain some sort of respect from a woman by beating her. Now, a lot of men do this, brawlers do this, drunk in pubs, and they have a fight and they feel that, I'm better than them now because I beat them. So beating their wife makes them feel better because now they've got the respect of their wife. Meanwhile, the wife is probably thinking, I absolutely am terrified of you. So they feel like they're gaining the woman's respect, but actually what they're gaining is fear and trauma. She won't argue because she knows if she does argue, she's going to get beaten, and she'll cower and she'll keep her mouth shut because another broken bone or another black eye is not worth it. This kind of response to that physical violence happens a lot with women, and it happens with me, whereas if I see suddenly a man or anybody really raise their arm or something to go to do whatever it is they're doing, and I cower away because I think what they're going to hit me, you know, that is the kind of trauma that compounds into becoming complex PTSD. So every time that kind of thing happens, you may be in a shop and somebody's reaching up for some item on the top shelf and it happens and you're like, it brings it all back. Feeling superior. She's accountable to me in terms of being somewhere on or at a time that they decide. So they feel better than, look, this is my wife and she's doing what I tell her to do. So they feel superior to the woman. She's made to feel useless. She's got no autonomy. She's got no voice. She then becomes a slave to her partner's rules because she knows that if she breaks those rules, she's going to get battered. It keeps the relationship going and she's too scared to leave. There is that. There's another reason as well. But she's too scared to leave. Probably she may have children. She may not have money of her own. She may not have anywhere to go. She also knows that if she does leave, she is probably going to be followed and chased and in some other way battered. So there's this triple, quadruple reason why she won't leave. It has to be on their terms that she leaves or they leave her. And if they decide to leave, it will be in a way that will hurt their partner the most. It will be at a time when perhaps the child is ill or a job loss or the loss of a loved one or a family member, because they want to hurt you as much as they possibly can. It's their last vestige of control over you. You need to ask yourself, why would he want her to stay? Because he's not finished with her yet. She still has more supply to give him. Or he hasn't found a new victim. Like I say, this is part one, and there will be many, many more parts of this because the list of these reasons is, yeah, it's like 4 A4 pages full of just one word or one line. If you can think of anything that you experienced or as a man that you have done in the past, I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments below. Please keep the comments respectful. Try to refrain from using profanity and know that there are young teenage boys, 15 years old, that do watch this channel and they don't need to see that kind of behaviour. So, if you've enjoyed the video, please click the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Hope to see you next time. Blessed be.